Hello everybody, this is Anthony's Clocks. Today I'm doing a review of a brand new clock I recently just got. This is a Forestville triple chime mantel clock. That's right, my very first triple chime mantel clock. This is my second triple chime mantel clock. My first one being the Ridgeway, and now we got this one. So I bought this from the antique store. It was only like about $100. There's only one problem with it though. It doesn't tick. But if you look at the back here, let me get it open here. If you look at the back, it's actually a balance wheel Hermal movement, or Hermely, whatever. If you look at it, it doesn't look like there's anything wrong with it. So there's a chance that potentially it just needs oiling, which if you actually look around the oil sinks, it does look like some crap are in there. But yeah, this is what happens. See, it just stops. It stops instantly. But it does tick, so there's nothing wrong internally. If you hear like the tick, 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 and the hands do move. Hand did move a little bit. It was at the middle, now it's there. But the chimes it has is Westminster, Whittington, and St. Michael. So I now have Westminster, Whittington, and Winchester, and Westminster and Whittington and St. Michael. I've actually always wanted a clock that had St. Michael, so I'm glad to have one now. So, this clock is, I guess, a circular clock with flat sides. I've always wanted a mantel clock like this, so I'm honestly happy to have one. And other than the fact that it doesn't tick, it's in beautiful condition. I did actually order some clock oil online, so I'm going to get this oiled up, and hopefully it will work. And it's wound up all the way, so I'm going to show it chiming right now. Right now I currently have it set to Westminster, so here we go. You can also hear too that it sounds like the solar. I think it has the same rods, but they're different types of rods because it sounds a little different than the solar. The solar kind of rings out more. And here's the hour. I can't wait for you guys to hear this strike because it's kind of awkward, especially with Westminster. It almost sounds like that strike doesn't belong to this. And it also sounds like the wrong rods are in there, but hey, it sounds cool. Anyway, I'm going to show it on St. Michael's now. Everyone who knows clocks knows what St. Michael's sounds like. So here we go. Now that one, the strike actually sounds a little more nice. So if I get this thing running, I don't think I'm going to have it on Westminster very much because the strike sounds awkward with Westminster. And, well, I have a clock that sounds like it anyway, like sounds like this on Westminster, so yeah. So now I'm going to show it on Whittington, except I'm going to show an inside view of the clock chiming while it's on Whittington. Yeah, that's what happens if you change it to chime. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it to silent and then just kind of bring it to the 6 mark. So I'm going to show an inside view of it chiming. There are the rods down there. I believe, let me count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 rods. So, here's the inside view. Here's the hour. Now I noticed something. This is supposed to lift up that rod. That's what the strike is supposed to sound like, but it's not lifting this rod right here. It's only lifting 2 rods. So either something is broken or it's just not. Either this part probably needs to be adjusted or something, because it's supposed to lift that last rod there. That's what the strike is supposed to sound like, but it's only. It's not lifting this last rod, so maybe this last rod needs to either be adjusted, because it does kind of look bent a little bit, but I don't know. It's supposed to lift that last rod though, so that might be something that I will look into fixing. Here's the key. You can actually see the make right there. I think it says Harmony. I'm not sure. It says 1990. It looks like it says. I don't know. Yeah, it's a balance wheel movement. It seems like it just needs to be oiled, which is why it runs for a little bit and then it stops. But yeah, so happy to finally have a triple chime mantle clock in my collection. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.